Kevin Robertson will have hip 1. Victor Ortiz Rivera, hip 2. Jean-Simon Degagné, hip 3. Aaron All, hip 4. And Xavier Lemaitre, hip 5. And this,
well, again, an unusual
distance by
distance.
L'Île Noire Pub.
Unusual distance for these men, 2,000 meters instead of 3,000. Jean-Simon Degagné, you see him in second there. He is coming off another win at the National Championships. That's 3 in a row for the Quebecer. It is Lemaitre taking them out. He was 7th here last year. He is going to be the pacer here tonight in another small but mighty field. Tucked in second there is Aaron All. He was 2nd here last year. He's coming off a silver medal at the Canadian Championships. He's doing all he can to get himself in contention for that World Championship. Doing it on rankings. And you'll notice that he's running with a brace on his wrist. He had a really difficult fall early in the season over a steeple barrier and fractured his right wrist. So he's been running with a brace on for the last several championships, last several meets, I should say. So Jean-Simon Degagné continuing to sit in second behind our pacer. Aaron All sticking to him like glue. And then just behind him is Victor Ortiz Rivera, the Puerto Rican. He's got an 8:22.31 3,000 meter best to his name. He holds the national record in this event for Mexico. Set that national record last month. And then Kevin Robertson just working really hard to stay on here. He was the bronze medalist at the Canadian Championships. He's the defending champion in this meet from last year. He ran 5:29.27 there. And our pacer Lemaitre swinging a bit wide and making sure he's not impeding Jean-Simon Degagné, who's taking over the race lead proper, but All sticking right to him. And All said, you know I'm in great shape. I've had a couple of rough interactions with the barrier this season, let's say, but I'm looking to get myself some World Athletics points here. He's going to continue vying for those points throughout the remainder of the qualifying window and wants to get himself on yet another national team. But Jean-Simon Degagné, really the prince of steeplechasing in Canada over the last couple years, continuing to hold on to the lead. Jean-Simon Degagné continuing to lead, and he's gritting his teeth. This is a very quick race. These guys working hard together, and he has become the de facto leader in so many of these non-championship races. See some pole vault action happening to left of screen as well, and unfortunately a kick of the bar on the way up, so that will not go. And All has just learned to stick like glue on Degagné. It is Ortiz Rivera who's having to exert a big amount of effort here to stay up with these top two. Canadian record in this event has stood for over 12 years. That is courtesy of Mr. Matt Hughes, 8:11.64 from back in 2013 at those World Championships in Moscow. I've had the pleasure of training and traveling the world with Matt Hughes, and he is such a consummate professional. But he knows that there are a lot of guys in this event on the Canadian scene capable of eclipsing that record. Several have come close. No one has done it yet. Of course, this is a 2,000 meter race that we're seeing play out here. But Jean-Simon Degagné, the closest ever to that national record. He's run 8:13.11. Did that last year. Now all making a move on the outside. We are into the closing stages of this race. It is Aaron All going to the lead. And now the pass by the Mexican Ortiz Rivera around Jean-Simon. He's continuing to run the shortest line, but he's going to have to carefully find his footing here over the final water barrier. These three tightly matched. On the outside, Ortiz Rivera swinging wide and trying to get around Aaron All, but he is holding on to the shortest line. And Aaron All, in the shape of his life, trying to hold off the charge. It's going to be awfully close to the line. It is going to be the Mexican Victor Ortiz Rivera. Excuse me, the Puerto Rican. He has raced for Mexico in the past, but the Puerto Rican taking top marks, and what a run. Just over 0.2 of a second separating Rivera from All, 5:21.98, and then for All, 5:22.21. And that is the second fastest 2,000 meter steeplechase time in Canadian history for Aaron All. Fantastic close there by Ortiz Rivera. All had the advantage into that final water barrier. He handled it really well. And he's on the inside there, a little bit of a stutter step, but gets over the barrier with ease. But it is the late surge there by the Puerto Rican Ortiz Rivera, and he likes it well before he crosses the line. Getting the crowd involved, he is pumped, and he's going to take the win here tonight. As I said, Aaron All, a really brilliant performance by him after some adversity this season. 5:22.21 is the second fastest 2,000 meter steeplechase time in Canadian history by a big margin. The record, the national best, 5:21.97 for Graham Fell. And we will return to some field action after that stunning